It's lunchtime. Join me as I give you a behind-the-scenes look at one of the staple places we bring the kids for lunch. A 10-minute walk from the Pentagon lies the Pentagon City Mall, and I will show you around. It's not as easy as you think. There's a whole strategy to feeding an out-of-town school group. I'll also show you my secret hiding place where I get away for a while. Bring your appetite and let's go! Hey guys, welcome back to Vigoroso DC, and today I want to show you something that is a regular part of my job as a student tour director, and that is taking the kids to lunch. So right behind me is the Pentagon City Mall. This is one of the main places we bring our students during lunchtime. So the way it works, at least with the company I work for, and this is true for most companies, we will go somewhere where the kids can choose where they want to go, which is mostly food courts. We'll go to food courts. We'll also go to the Capitol cafeteria. Every once in a blue moon, they will have a lunch reservation somewhere, but mostly it's somewhere where they can go eat on their own. They'll also eat at museum cafes and that kind of a thing. But this place behind me, Pentagon City Mall, is one of the staples. We come here a lot. Every tour company brings their kids here quite a bit. And this place gets very packed during the busy spring tour season. Right now, the tour season has pretty much died off. I had my last trip last week. It's more of a quiet period, and it's also a quieter time of day. Right now, it's about 4 p.m. So it's past lunchtime, and it's not quite dinner time yet, because sometimes student groups will come here for dinner by doing a scatter lunch the same kind of way. Scatter lunch being where they have money and they can go where they want to go within a food court or somewhere like that. So it's a bit quieter on the inside. I took the subway here, and the subway lets out inside the mall, and I walked through the food court. It is much quieter than during the busy period, and I have not seen any school groups here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through this place and show you exactly how we run things, or at least how I run things when I bring my groups here for lunch. So the first step, of course, is getting off the bus. And ideally, the bus will be able to park on this street. So I will show you this. This is just to the left of where I was just talking to you. And if they can't find a spot along this street, I will ask them to let us off kind of where that bus is that's just pulling out right now, if you can see it in the center. And that is right next to pretty much more or less where I was standing just before. But plan A is to get a spot on this stretch. If there is no space, remember it's super busy, so it can be competitive to get one of these spots. Then they will try and find a spot further up on the other side of the road, which is a bit more of a walk for us to get back there. And then if there's nothing over there, we will have to, the driver will basically find a spot nearby, and I will need to give them a call, and they will come and pick us up pretty much right in front of us where those steps are. And we'll get off the bus, and I will walk them to the steps, and I will show you what happens over there. So this is what I call the Zara steps, because it is right underneath the Zara department store. And there's a Shake Shack there to the left. And right down that street is where I was just talking to you a minute ago. And basically, we will walk up here to these steps, and a couple of things will happen. One, if they have cash, this is where we will give them their money. With my company, they pretty much get $20 for their meal, and everyone will get a $20 bill, which their teachers hand out to them. Sometimes I'm the one handing them out, but usually it's the teachers. And then I will lead them into the food court. With my company, this year they've started using debit cards, which makes things a lot easier. They all already have their card, and we don't need to deal with that at all. And then I will tell them to meet here at these steps at a certain time, which will usually be 1 hour from the time I'm talking to them. Usually school groups want to spend an hour for lunch, but every now and then it could be shorter, 45 minutes. Sometimes it could be longer, depending on what the group's needs are. Sometimes the groups also want to have time just to shop in the mall. They want to eat and then have some time to just kind of wander around the mall, especially if they're from rural communities where this is kind of like not something they take for granted. So it really just depends, but most of the time it's 1 hour. And right now it's kind of a rainy-ish day. It's kind of cold and drizzly. So there's a backup spot on the inside, which I'll show you. But on a nice day, it'll be right over here. And I will walk you through now the way I walk them in. Now, this would be a great spot to gather, but they do not allow it here. You can imagine what it would be like with all these school groups and school kids just tying up this space over here. So the mall does not allow it. And they don't allow it right here either on the inside. And there's, in case you weren't sure about that, bus and school tour groups, this is a no congregating area. So, and then we come around here to the left. Sorry. And we've got the same sign in this corner. And that is because this is an exit to the Ritz-Carlton over there. I actually have a colleague who likes to hang out inside the lobby of the Ritz-Carlton while the kids are having lunch. I have my own kind of hiding spot, which is not there. I've been in there, and I've been in there with her, and I'm not really too crazy about it. I have a spot that I like a lot more, which I will show you very soon here. But as I said, the kids don't come around over there. They go this way down to these escalators. And they always want to rush this one on the right. And I'm standing here trying to tell them, use both because, we'll have maybe like 50 people. Instead of everybody waiting to use the one escalator, we want them to use both. Just kind of better, just move things along a bit more smoothly. And this is the food court down here. So they have all the kind of basic stuff that you see in food courts. And the bathrooms are back there behind Panda Express. There's all kinds of little vendors over here. And I will point out the bathrooms to them, make sure they know where that is. And since there are so many school groups coming through here and also regular tourists, they have these souvenir shops. They've got this stall here selling all kinds of souvenirs. And then there is a shop back there right behind the escalators. And the way I'm walking now is to my hiding spot. And I love my hiding spot. It's great. It's way better than sitting around the lobby of the Ritz-Carlton.